Hi, and welcome to my EMC 8 practice quiz. 7th grade math. Here we go. Uh, Switching to this. So we need to find the circumference of the circle to the nearest tenth. We're going to use 3.14 for pi. So circumference, is the formula for that is diameter times pi. The diameter right here is given as 18, so I just multiply 18 times pi, which is going to be 3.14 for this. And 18 times 3.14 is 56.52. Rounded to the nearest tenth would be about 56.5. And that looks like it's going to be A. Okay, next. This one. Break this a little bit bigger. So the Ferris wheel shown makes 15 revolutions per ride. How far would someone travel during one ride? The diameter of the Ferris wheel is 33 feet. So this diameter right here is going to be 33. I'm going to write that down. So this is 33. Okay, that's hard to see. But anyway, I'm going to use again, the circumference is equal to the diameter times pi, and the diameter is given to us as 33. And the reason why I'm taking the circumference is because here a revolution is one turn all the way around, and one turn all the way around is equal to the circumference. Now 33 times pi, and we're going to use 3.14 for pi, and I'm multiplying that right now. 33 times 3.14, and I get 103.62. And now what I need to do is I have 15 revolutions. So I have 103.62 times 15. And that is 1,554.3. Rounded to the nearest whole number, because that's what they say right here. Nearest whole number means I have to round that right there. I have to stop there. I have to look at the 3, and that's 4 or less. So it stays 1,554, which is A. Next. We have a round swimming pool. It has a circumference of 77 feet. Hank wants to buy a rope to put across the diameter of the pool. The rope costs 60 cents per foot. Hank needs 6 more feet than the diameter of the pool. How much will Hank pay for the rope? Okay, so first, how much rope does he need? How much rope? Well, he needs the circumference. So he's going to use the circumference of 77, and he needs 6 more. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to use this to find the diameter, right? So he put across the diameter of the pool. So we need to know what the diameter is. And the diameter is the circumference divided by pi. So we'll take that circumference, which is 77, and divide it by 3.14. Let's see. 77 divided by 3.14 is 24.5. 24.5. It's a much longer decimal than that, but I'll just go with that. And 24.5. So he needs 6 more feet than the diameter. So we got our 24.5 plus 6. I believe that's 30.5. This is how much rope he needs right here. Between 30 and 31 feet. Okay. Now, the cost. So I'll separate this, and we need the cost. We're going to take our 30.5, and multiply that by the cost, which is 60 cents per foot. So we have how many feet we need, and we multiply that by 0.60, 0.60, and we get, let's see, 30.5 times 0.6 is 18.3. So that's equal to 18.3 or $18.30. Now I realize that there's no answer that's exactly $18.30 right here, but we can see that this one is the closest, and probably what is happening here is this is a little bit more. So probably what I should have done is round this to 31, and 31 times 0.60 is probably $18.60. So that's probably what's happening. But I think this gets us close enough that the only possible answer could be is C. So I will circle C. Next. Let's see. Oh, there you go. We're going to the next page. And number 4, find the area of this circle. Okay, so the area formula is pi times the radius squared. And that's going to be 3.14 because we're using pi, 3.14 for pi, and the radius is 5. So it's times 5 squared. But that doesn't mean 5 plus 5. It means 5 times 5. So that's 3.14 times 5, which is 25. And I happen to remember that when you multiply those two together, you get 78.5, and it must be A. Next. Let's see here. Find the area of a circle with a radius of 17.2, both in terms of pi. So we really just need to find in terms of pi, and I'll show you what that means in just a moment. So let's return to the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared, and the radius is 17.2. So I'll have pi. I'm not going to use 3.14 yet. I'm going to hold off. It's going to make this much easier. And then times 17.2 squared. Well, that means pi times 17. Oops, I meant to put 0.2. I'll just put it here. 17.2 times 17.2. I'll fix that little error right there. 0.2 squared means 17.2 times 17.2. So I need to just do 17.2 times 17.2 is that's going to be pi times 295.84. Now, if I leave this in terms of pi, which is what they're saying right here, leave it in terms of pi and to the nearest tenth, we really just have to do this one in terms of pi. That means just don't multiply it by 3.14. Just leave it 295.84 times pi. So it'd be 295.84 pi. That would be in terms of pi. And so we need to look here at our possible answers. 295.84, nope, 295.84 pi. This has to be the answer. And if I multiply 295.84 times 3.14, I would get this number also. But we could just stop right here. We know the answer is D. It has to be D. Okay. Next, I'm going to erase a bunch of stuff here because I need to make room for the next answer. And that is finding the area of the triangle here. And the formula for the area of a triangle is the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. And the base and height meet at 90 degrees. So I see this here, and that's a little 90-degree symbol. That means the base and height are 16 and 12. Base is 16, and the height is 12. This number, that's just extra information. It's there to throw you off. If we needed the perimeter, then you would take this number plus that number, and that would give you the distance around, which is the perimeter. But we're not finding the perimeter. We're finding the area. So it's 16 times 12. So that's going to be 16 times 12, but you have to divide it by 2. Now here's my trick. What I see, I don't know what 16 times 12 is, and I do have a calculator next to me, but what I could do is I can do the larger number, which is 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So what I could do is I could perhaps cancel this, and this is 8, and this is 1. So now I could just do 8 times 12. And that is 96 over 1, which is 96. See, I just did it without a calculator right there. but you could use one. And 96 square inches, because we're talking about area. And that's our answer, and that must be C right there. Okay, next. We have, which of the following figures has a circumference closest to 29.8 inches? Okay. Well, what I think we could do is we could, instead of testing every single one, let's look at, if I'm given circumference, what is the diameter? So the circumference is diameter times pi, or the circumference divided by pi is going to give me the diameter. I think I'm going to use this idea right here. And I'm going to take my circumference, which is 29.8. So I'll take 29.8 and divide it by pi, 3.14. And let's see what that is equal to. 29.8 divided by 3.14 is 9.49. 9.49. So what I'm looking for is, first, I'm looking for any answers that have a diameter of 9.49. So let's take a look here. 9.49. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so I can fit everything in here. So I'm looking for a diameter of 9.49, radius of 4. Nope. Diameter. Nope. That diameter is too big. Radius. No. Diameter of 9.5. Ooh. Sorry, there was a little interruption there. But here we have 9.49. 9.49 is really close to 50. See, if I have 9.50, that's close to 9.49, and 9.50 is the same as 9.5. So my answer is that one right there, 9.5, because it's closest to 9.49. There you go. Next. Let's see now. I have the sides of a square field are 14 meters. Sprinkler in the field, it has a circular area, corresponds to the side of the field. How much of the field is not reached by the sprinkler? Let me draw a picture for this. And I'm going to erase some stuff here. So first, I have square field, and each side is 14 meters. I happen to see that right there. So this is 14 and this is 14, and we have a sprinkler, and the diameter of this is also 14, so that means the radius is 7. And the question is, what is the area of what is not covered by the sprinkler? Well, let's take the area of the square minus the area of the circle. The area of the square is going to be 14 times 14, which is, I can't remember off the top of my head, 14 times 14, oops, 14 times 14 is, 196, minus the area of the circle, which is pi, 3.14, times the radius squared, which is 7 squared. So that's 3.14 times 7 times 7 is 49. And I'll multiply 3.14 times 49, and that is 153.86. So that's 153.86. And I take 196 minus that, and I get 42.14. There you go. Oh, round your answer to the nearest hundredth. So I'm looking right here to the nearest hundredth. Well, that's it. I have 42.14. That is the answer. 42.14, and we're talking about meters, so square meters. Okay, the pattern for a scarf is shown. What is the area of the scarf? And the scarf is this right here. So what's the area of this spot right here? I think that what we should do is take the area of the rectangle minus the area of a circle. Because what I see here is this entire thing is a rectangle, but I want to punch out this part, and I want to punch out this part. Well, this is a half of a circle, and this is also a half of a circle, and together that and that it makes one full circle. So I'm going to take the area of the rectangle, which is 40 times 14, and I'm going to subtract the area of the circle. And the area of the circle is going to be pi, which is 3.14, times the radius squared. And the radius is this distance right here, which is half of 14, and that's 7. So it's 3.14 times 7 squared. Oh, just like the last one. So I have 40 times 14. So this is 560 for the area of the rectangle. Minus, and I could use my previous problem here, 153.86 was the area of a circle with a radius of 7. So 153.86 would be that, 153.86, and I'm subtracting that right now, and I get 406.14. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So I look at this, and to the right, that means it's 406.1, and we are talking about inches, so square inches. And there you go, the full tutorial on how to do all the problems from the upcoming quiz. Thanks for watching.